Hi guys, my name is TV. In this video tutorial, I will explain how to install and configure the MP3 Sticky Player WordPress plugin. Now, this WordPress plugin, this MP3 Player WordPress plugin, it's a sticky player. It can be added at the bottom of the page or at the top of the page, and it will stay there as a sticky player. It also has a playlist, optional playlist. One important thing to note is that it comes with 8 predefined skins. This is minimal dark, and I'll show another variation. This is minimal, metal white. So these skins are predefined. You can use them as they are, just without doing anything. If you want to replace the button, of course you can replace the graphics and it will work just fine. So this sticky player, MP3 sticky player, has support for various type of playlists. As you can see here, it supports a normal HTML playlist. It supports podcast. You can load podcast. This is a podcast file. Then SoundCloud playlists or users or tracks. This is from SoundCloud. This is a mixed playlist of YouTube. This is an MP3 file, YouTube video. You can actually listen to audio from YouTube, and SoundCloud. These are mixer, can easily be added in the admin, as I will show you. Also, you can use XML as a playlist, as you can see here. YouTube, a playlist from YouTube. This is loaded directly from YouTube, as I'll show you. And the last one, a folder of MP3 files. What I mean by folder with MP3 files is this stuff. Sorry, let's call this. If you look here, this is a folder, and inside of it has MP3 files. You can just upload the folder to your server and pass to the player the folder path, and it will work. I will show you later about this stuff. It has tons of features. It's impossible to go to all of them. You can see some of them here. Also has support for shoutcast and Icecast MP3 stream. You can see here if this is an example of playing shoutcast stream. All buttons are optional. The categories are optional. The playlist is optional. Everything is optional. There is also share for the most popular social media websites. You can see here an example with some of the buttons removed, and also without the playlist, so to have an idea how simplified can this be. So yeah, this is an amazing product. I've put a lot of work into this stuff. It's under development for about 4 years now, just adding and making the product better with each version. So yeah, this is an intro to have an idea about what this player is. It also has an extensive API, as you can see here. We can play the audio with the API. Also, using the API, this is a grid. You can actually create anything. This is just an example of grid, and using the API, when I click anywhere on the thumbnail, the player is scrubbing. So keep in mind that almost anything is possible with this player. So yeah, this is the video tutorial that I'm recording now. You'll see here, and of course it's mobile optimized and desktop optimized. It has a humongous amount of features, so I really hope you like this product because it's awesome. Okay, so to WordPress, when you will buy this product, you will see a zip file like this. Probably it will have another name. The zip file is containing the actual plugin. This is the plugin documentation, which is a HTML file, and this is an example of playlist of a XML playlist. I will show you how to use this soon. And this is some stuff to add in the, yeah, I'll show you. This is for reference, it's not important. So yeah, so add, install the plugin. This is done the usual way. And install now. It's installing. Sorry, my internet connection, it's a bit slow, so activate plugin. And now we'll see it here or here. It has three main tabs. It has the general settings. This contains, I already created on this, I will delete this. This contains basically presets where you can change, for example, remove buttons, change colors, customize all kind of stuff in the visual appearance of the player. As you can see here, there are the 8 predefined skins that I showed you there. For example, we will remain with skin minimal dark, so you can use this one just as they are. Don't have to modify absolutely anything here. But if you want to make some changes, you need to create your own preset. Already done that. And add new preset. And now everything can be modified here. For example, can disable YouTube autoplay. We'll set the autoplay to no for this example, and I will show you the other stuff after we create the playlist. But as the main idea, the controller, it's to configure this part here, the buttons here, the text, the title, and these buttons. These are the controller. You can remove them, change some stuff in there. The controller align and the size settings. This will align the controller top or bottom. Everything is explained here in details. You can see how to position this stuff. Is really neat, but like I said, you don't have to touch this only if you want to. Playlist window. This is related, it's related to the main category is playlist selector, this one. Playlist settings, it's related to the playlist here, this playlist. Opener settings, it's for when open the player in a pop-up settings the same, and search bar settings for the search bar to remove it or some other stuff there. I'll get back to this after I'll show the playlist manager. First, the CSS editor. It contains some CSS classes, predefined classes, that can be used to format the HTML text that appear here, as for example this text, or the text that appears here on the thumbnail. It just every time an instance of the player it's used, this CSS file will be imported with the instance, so you can define as many CSS classes as you like and just save them after you finish. Okay, so playlist manager. So we can add as many playlists as you want. Main playlist, I will delete this because I've done some tests. This is how you will see it initially. And let's add a new main playlist. We'll call it my playlist. and we'll start with a normal playlist, which is the most important one, I think, or the most easy to use. Add a thumbnail for the playlist. I will show you what this is in a moment. This is, oh god, I'm sorry, I'm on a laptop and it's really difficult to work without the mouse. So yeah, this is the thumbnail that I'm talking about, the thumbnail that appear here for each playlist. And also there is an area for text, is the text that appears here. So okay, this is where the the text file I'm sorry, that I showed you, it's useful. So I'll just copy and paste this stuff, this HTML text. You will also have this file if you would like. You can use the same classes as me, but you can define your own. Like I've said, it's simple stuff. Make sure you're in a HTML mode and add playlist. So we have now the playlist, and now we have to add tracks or MP3 files. We'll start with a simple MP3 file. MP3 file. We'll add the file from library. Thumbnail path for this is optional for the MP3 file. This is by URL. This is used if you would like to add an icon like this one that can open a JavaScript function or a new link. I think in this case it's a new link. So maybe you want to sell your track, you can easily add this icon and point it to an URL or link. As you can see here, it's explained. You can call a JavaScript function as well. So we'll leave it blank for now. Track duration. This is since this is added manually, we have to add the track duration. This is the text here. It's optional, so keep in mind that it's optional. I think I have it here saved. And downloadable, if you want to download it, you set it to no. And as the track title, it's what oh god, I'm so cool. It's what appears here and here. When the track is selected, you will see the text basically scroll like this. Okay, so I have there not again this is defined with the class with the same easy HTML code. You can, if you want, you find this difficult, you can just add here my track and that's it. But if you want to change color, spacing and other stuff, you have to use some CSS. Okay, so this is how we add an MP3 file. We'll add the YouTube video with again here we have to add the YouTube URL. This is a video basically. Just add this in as the MP3 source. Okay, we'll add the track. We'll add this image. Again, this everything else we'll leave it blank for now. Okay, add shoutcast. 1 second to upload a few more images in the library. Okay, so for YouTube, this is shoutcast, like I said. This is actually a shoutcast MP3 stream. Again, here we have to add shoutcast stream. This is explained in documentation a little bit better. You can see how to prepare this stuff. Just add it here. The thumbnail. We'll add this one. And everything will. Oh, we need a title. I'm sorry. Let's add a title here. I think this one. Okay, and I think we also have a title. I forgot to add a title here. We'll just add here something more simple. Not this one. This one. So you can see how this is done. We'll add here YouTube video, blah blah. She will have the name like some video. Okay, and the last one, it is SoundCloud. So we can also add like this SoundCloud tracks. This is actually a SoundCloud track. Sorry. So yeah, the track. Just use another thumbnail, and for the text again, just have to paste this stuff here and replace them. SoundCloud here. My SoundCloud. Okay, so these are the 4 types of sources supported here in the normal playlist. You can add as many as you like. It's also sortable. You can see here. You can just use organize it as you like. We'll update this, and now to use it in a page, I already done some testing here, so I'll just delete this, and you'll see the shortcode generator here on the right. You can go into visual and click add shortcode and it will appear there, or you can just copy and paste it here if for some reason the add shortcode button doesn't work. So update. So as you can see here, the player has loaded, and these are our track. This is the first one that we have added there, the MP3 file. Let's set the volume lower. This is the YouTube video. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there, but you can see actually the video on the left. This thumbnail can be hidden if you don't want it there. This is the shoutcast. You can see the CSS different color, and this is the SoundCloud. Of course, you can add as many tracks as you like, and this also has, I forgot to disable the download button, but it's not important. Okay, so now let's do another playlist. A new playlist will use the next one, a podcast. As a playlist source, I have, this is basically, you have to, a podcast URL. This is also an XML file. Okay, and now add the thumbnail. We'll add where is it? YouTube, SoundCloud. I don't see it. One second to upload the image. So yeah, I just uploaded the image. I'm sorry, it was not in the library. Add image, and for the text we'll just leave it blank. That's like, there's no point to add on. As you can see, we have now 2 playlists. We can edit each one if you like. We can swap the position, like I told you. This is sortable. And now if we test here, there are 2 playlists, the HTML that created previously, and this is the podcast. So now it should load the file, and all the entries from the podcast are here in the playlist, and They also can be searched if there are too many, and sorted, and yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is the podcast. Now the next one, let's see which is the next one. SoundCloud. And here SoundCloud, and from them I have a link of a SoundCloud. This is a SoundCloud playlist. Make sure you add the playlist here. And as a thumbnail, we'll add SoundCloud. Again, no text. The playlists are easy to be identified based on the type of the playlist based on the icons. So that's another useful feature. Now it will firstly load the podcast, and this is the SoundCloud playlist. Okay, so here it is. The volume lower. So this is loaded directly from SoundCloud and displayed here, which makes it really cool. What I wanted to show you in between, as you can see here, there is an extra deep linking. This is called deep linking. Every time you the link is changing. Actually, the entire, what I'm trying to say, you can actually share the link. For example, if you copy and paste this in another tab, the player will start at the track that it was listed there, as you can see here. Is the same track. This makes it really cool, very cool feature. It's easily shareable, and each track has its own URL. Of course, this can be disabled if you don't like this for whatever reason. It can be disabled. About this stuff, don't worry about this. These are not actually errors, but it's more than they are thrown by the audio element, but it doesn't affect anything in the page. Actually, I just close this because maybe you'll be worried, but like I said, don't worry about that. It's normal, so it will not break anything. Or sometimes the audio element, even if you set a normal source, it will throw some weird errors without a prior reason. Okay, so let's pause this. Oh god, I'm sorry, my laptop. Let's pause it. And now the next one, official FM. I'll not go into details because right now it's disabled, but you can use them if you like. XML playlist. Again, XML I already have here. For XML, you have the XML file has to be on the server. You can add a local XML file, so you have to upload it somewhere on a server like here, and then also the MP3 files and everything else has to have absolute path, as you can see here. This XML file, it is located in the zip file. You can find it for reference here. Sorry, not this one, I made a mistake. Here, you can see it here. You can just use it as reference from here. Okay, so we'll add the XML file again, add the image, XML, add playlist, and now if we refresh it, let's open the playlist up, and this playlist will be generated from an XML file, so remember this. Okay, Okay, so I've made a small improvement here while doing the tutorial. I noticed that something was missing, so I've just added on the normal playlist the actual thumbnail that is located here as the track thumbnail. This way it will be easier to identify this. So just a quick addition. So the next step is to add a YouTube playlist. Just select YouTube type, and as a playlist source, just add a YouTube playlist URL. So this is how it looks. Basically, any playlist from YouTube. Also, I don't know why this is not. It should work. I think something is wrong here. Let's just do a search. So this is the playlist that I wanted. Just copy the URL from here and add it here. The image. Where is it? We'll just leave the text blank as before. Update playlist, and it's here. And now if the page is refreshed, sorry, the player was running, I apologize about that. So now if the player is running, this is actually loaded from YouTube. As you can see the video here. Let's give some volume. So this is how a YouTube playlist is added. And the last one, the folder type. Folder, this is explained how to do this. Basically, the MP3 folder of MP3 files must be uploaded inside the plugin content folder in the WP line content /plugin /fwdmsp. So I have here I'm sorry, this is a mess. I have here a folder of MP3 files, as you can see. I'll just leave 3 of them because this way it will upload faster. And now if go into your WordPress installation folder, WP line content, plugins, FWDMSP content, and here we have to upload the MP3 file. You can call it anything, just for example my tracks, and let's just upload it. So now the folder is uploaded here. You can see it here in the content. All that needs to be done is to add the name of the folder to the playlist source. So we'll just add this icon and add playlist. So yeah. Now if we refresh, we can see it here, and when selected it will load the MP3 files from the folder, and it will also read the ID3 tag so that it will just display the names there. You don't have to add anything manually here. Okay, so these are the playlists. As you can see here, they are normal playlist. You can add 4 type of of audio files: MP3 files, SoundCloud, YouTube, or Shoutcast, the podcast, SoundCloud, XML, YouTube, and folder. Of course, these are sortable, like I've showed you before. can just change the position and it will be reflected in the player. Okay, let's put the normal playlist, the first one, and here select it again because it's using deep linking and it will always load the current one. Now it's loading the first one. Let's pause it. Now let's go back to general settings. Let's modify some things here in the... I'll close the console for now. Let's say autoplay, we already set that to no, I think, yes. You can change the player maximum width, or we'll leave it like this, but there's no point to modify it. But you can change the playlist width, it's in pixel. Let's go to the controller settings. For example, I want to hide the next and prev track buttons and the share button. Now, if we refresh this, sorry, I think it's the wrong preset. Yes, we also have to reflect the preset that we created here. So when the page refresh, we have to select our preset with the modifications and the playlist that we have now. So, oops, let's delete this for now. Add shortcode, update, and now as you can see, the next and prev button are disabled, and also the share button it's disabled. So this is an example for the controller. This again, these are parameters to modify some appearance of the controller. Everything's explained here in detail. Spacing between buttons, and you can play with those. Let's say, for example, I want to show the main categories playlist when the player is opening, so and the page is loading. So now the player appears and also the categories windows appear. Maybe you want to show your user the, I don't know, the categories there. For the playlist items, you can hide the playlist entirely, hide the playlist on Android devices, and also let's show the playlist by default. As you have seen now, the playlist it's hidden. So for example, now the player will be open, fully open. The opener setting, this is a nice one. You can hide the opener. What I mean by opener, it's this guy here, this one. This way the user cannot close or open the player, it will always be visible there. So as you can see, the opener it's gone. Or you can position left on right. For pop-up advertisement, it's when the player is using pop-up and search bar again, or some simple stuff. Again, there are a lot of settings here, so it's best that you go through them and understand it, but most of the things can be disabled and enabled, and it's insane how many features this player has. So yeah, one last thing I want to show you is the API. So as you have seen in the page here, in the demo page, it has an extensive API. Here is how it's used, and of course everything it's inside the help file. You'll find all the API methods, API specifications. You'll find all of them here, as you can see. And here is an example about how to use it. Just copy this code. I didn't test this, so it should work. I think it will work. Then, so we'll see. So what this make sure you're in text mode. What this script does, it's registering the ready function of the player, and when it's ready, it's suddening two other events and some console logs, and there's a button that when click it's playing the next audio, next MP3 file. I'm not going to do that because this is obvious stuff for any developer and makes no sense. Okay, and now if the page is refreshed, you can see a log here, player ready, and when this button is clicked, it's playing the next track. In this case, is returning to the first one because what you'll see here, and also the logs. You can see the logs here. So yeah, I think this is covering the basics. You understand? I think it's understandable how to use it. I think it's the best sticky player available anywhere on sale. It has an insane amount of features, and I'm always working to improve it and add new features. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this product. And if you have any questions, please contact me at the address email from the help file. So thank you for watching and all the best.